Commissioner James, or Board Member James. Good morning, everybody. My name is Zach Smith, address 530 South Normandy, Francis. I am being paid to be here on behalf of the ownership group that is looking to essentially take these two existing lots and due to the debulking memo of the city, there is the requirement to have this looked at in terms of whether there's any deficiencies made. Again, it's always nice to remind everybody that these are two legal lots per the assessor, per just about everybody else out there, with the exception of how these can be developed. I want to thank the staff for the review of this project. While we didn't agree on all of the criteria, as you guys can see, we had a significant agreement on 7 of the 9. And when we got to essentially items number 6 and 7, there was a disagreement on a generally kind of an opinion-based issue of, are these based on exclusive issues to the owner, and are these, kind of just mere inconvenience, etc. And so I had a couple points to talk about those. Number one, if we look at through the rest of this report, you guys will see on page 8 that this body here has regularly in the same zoning district and for much greater waivers allowed and approved waivers up to and including almost 1,500 square feet of lot coverage. In this particular case, we're looking at about 200 and some odd square feet that we are deficient on both of these lots, representing less than 10%. We also have in the same packet, you'll see that over 50% of all of the different types of properties in this neighborhood are single family. So looking at it from any sort of, well, the owner is just doing something because it's going to make their life easier, it actually matches the neighborhood. It's one of the reasons why when anybody's trying to develop, there's multiple boards and commissions and public agencies where people will always be against projects when they do not fit into the neighborhood. This is going out of the way to make sure it fits into the neighborhood in which we are developing. Again, looking at it as there's any sort of mere inconvenience or the primary reason. The primary reason is to make sure that this project actually fits within the confines of the neighborhood and the MU. This particular owner also has great experience of building this type of construction. If we were to look at all of the other examples of multifamily or 5-plexes, 6-plexes, etc., you start to take people and you put them outside of their comfort zone, you put them outside of what they're technically capable and able to do and have an experience of, we start to turn into really bad housing creation. Again, we know, if you look at the map, I know that they don't have it up right now, but we're essentially taking a lot that already is 2 lots, and we're asking to be able to develop this as anyone would normally be allowed to, with the 27-foot widths, and taking a view of the entire square. This line, not only does it already exist because these are 2 existing lots, taking the line and cutting it where we've chosen to cut it visually makes the most sense if you were to look at this square, the square across the street, and any other square. Essentially taking away the ability to do this means that this lot will look and continue or be developed in a way that is incongruent with the rest of the neighborhood. Thank you.
Anyone else here to speak in support of this request? Anyone here in opposition?